Good morning, children. Today I'll explain you the chapter Tine and the Faraway Mountain. Yesterday we have done the word meaning, and today let's read the story. This story is an autobiography of Tine Mena. She was born on 17 September at Ichali, Upper Dibang Valley, Arunachal Pradesh. She was the first Arunachali woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest. It is a story about Tine Mina, who was the first Arunachali woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest. So let's begin the story Tine and the Faraway Mountain by Shikha Tripathi. In Ichali, in Mishmi Hills in Arunachal Pradesh, there was a small girl named Tine. She was living in that small village. She was very fascinated with a sound that is wusho. What is wusho sound? Yes, whenever she climbed a tree, whenever she is lying on the sun, whenever she is running through the forest, she heard a voice of wusho that is coming from the faraway mountain. She felt very wondrous whenever she heard the sound of wusho. Actually, wusho means the sound of air that is coming from the mountains. So Tine felt the mountain was calling her. She felt as if the mountains was calling her that wusho with this sound. Okay, she was very wondrous and she feels that how beautiful is the life. So whenever she is climbing a tree, whenever she is running through the jungle or forest, or when she is lying on the sun, she heard the voice of Wushu. She was very fascinated with the faraway mountains. As you all know that Arunachal Pradesh is a hilly place, it's a hilly area. So there are lots of hills. There is Mount Everest also. So Tine is very fascinated. She liked to see the mountains, far away mountains, distant mountains, and she felt as if she could go there for once, and she wanted to be remain there. So Tine felt that mountain was calling her. Whenever she heard the voice wushu, wushu, she felt as if mountain is calling her. Tine was very happy in Italy. She was enjoying the life. But one day her family moved out of Italy to the closest big town, Roing, and her life turned upside down. She was not happy. She became very unhappy to leave her Italy where she was hearing the sound of wusho. Tine's life changed. There was school in Rowing city. They have gone to Rowing city. So it was a town, it was a city. There was a good school also. Her life was changed, but she was missing the wushu sound. She wanted to return back. Somehow she finished her schooling, but her attraction towards mountain didn't become less. So she moved to school with heavy heart. She don't want to go to school. She was just trudgely she walks to school. So she managed to complete the schooling, and in her mind every time she was thinking about the wushu sound, about the faraway mountains. Even the schools is having a lots of books, she was not enjoying the school, but she was just missing the mountains. After completing their schooling after 10 years, Tine immediately applied to be a porter for army expedition on the mountain. In those days, women were not allowed to be porters. But it couldn't stop Tine. She dressed as a boy and started working. So what happened? Tine immediately applied. As soon as she has completed her schooling, she wanted to go back to the mountains. So she applied for us to be as a porter. Porter is a person who carries loads to the mountaineers. Okay, so she has applied to be a porter for army expedition. Army means those person who go on trekking on those who are in army means the soldiers who give means those soldiers who protect our country, who are just guarding on the mountains so that the enemies could not enter our country. So she became the porter. She has applied for the porter in army expedition on the mountain. But in those days, earlier the women were not allowed to be porters. Means women were not allowed to carry the heavy loads as porters. The job is not for them. But Tine didn't stop here. What she does? She dressed as a boy. She disguised herself as a boy and started working like a porter. Nobody knows that she is a girl, that Tine is a girl, but actually she was a girl, but she disguised herself as a boy in order to work as a porter, because at those times women were not allowed to be porter. So she continued working as a porter disguised as a boy. A whole week has passed, but nobody knows that she is a girl. But as we know that truth cannot be hid for a long time, she was caught and scolded by the officer for breaking rules. She got caught by the officers, by the army officers, and she was being scolded for being disguised as a boy and carrying as porter. But they don't have any option, because she was very well known to the route. So she was not removed from her place. She was the only one who knows the route very better than anyone else. So they allowed to continue with them. As they were trekking as they were climbing to the mountains, and when they the officers got to know that Tine is not a boy but actually she was a girl, they scolded her, but they scolded her for breaking the rules, as women are not allowed to be porters. But later they have no other option, because they were on climbing the mountain and nobody knows the route except for Tine. So they have to continue with Tine only. And later this thing was also removed from the women. This ban was also removed, because Tine can very easily take the loads up to the mountain. So in this way, the ban that is restricted the women to not to be porter, that has been removed by Tine only. In the army, Tine worked on many expeditions. She worked on many expeditions and soon became a coordinator. As it is very famous, when we wish anything with a strong desire, God also helps us to fulfill it. It was one of her expedition when she met Dr. Meti. Dr. Meti was a sports adventure. He was there to promote adventurous sports. So as soon as Dr. Meti saw Tine, he got to know the talent of Tine. He said that she is a good climber. She can climb the mountains. She is having a natural gifted way of climbing the mountains. But the only thing she requires is the technique. So he started teaching Tine as mentor. He started teaching her and make her learn about the various techniques of climbing the mountains. Dr. Miti said that she has determination, she has the strength to climb the mountain. The only thing she needs is the technique. So Dr. Miti became her mentor and she began her training as a mountain climber. She still felt that the distant mountains are still calling her, so she decided to climb the distant mountain. Earlier she was not knowing the names of distant mountains until she has not watched a movie named The Race of Everest, in that movie it is about the first climb to the Everest. So she came to know about the distant mountain name, that the name of the distant mountain is Everest, and now she is willing to go or to climb the Mount Everest. Climbing Mount Everest became her dream. After several months of preparation, she started her climbing on the mountain. She finally reached the base camp of Nepal in order to climb the Everest. At the base camp, the weather was very worse. It was bitterly cold and air was thin. Means there was not enough air to breathe. The oxygen was very less. But later they got accustomed with that. They got used to with that situation, and the sound, whoosho sound, became roar for her now. And climbing Mount Everest was her dream. So she has reached the Nepal base camp to climb the Mount Everest. Even the situation, even the condition was so extreme. The air was thin, it was bitterly cold. These things were not making her determination low. Now it was time for Tine to fulfill her dream. Climbing was difficult, so it was divided into four sections so that climbers could take rest at different climbing points while journeying to the top of the mountain. But by the time Tine and her companion Chering Sherpa reached the second camp, the weather had gone worse. Actually, there were four camps being set up between the for the climbing, so that the four sections were there. So four camps were being set so that climbers could take rest in the journey of climbing the Mount Everest. But by the time they have reached to the second camp, the weather had gone worse. When Chering asked what happened, their all supplies were being went off by the strong winds. Their all tent has been went off by the strong winds. So nothing was left with them. Her companion Chering Sherpa asked her if she wanted to continue. Tine seemed to be bound by the magical spell of mountain, and she replied that she could not get another chance and she would climb the Mount Everest even in such situation. There was a heavy storm at the second camp, and all the supplies were just blown out because of the heavy storm. But then also Chering Sherpa and Tine decided to climb the mountain as they were very determined to reach the top of the Mount Everest. And she knew that it is the only chance to, and she will not get it again. So they managed with the borrowed tents for the last night, and after that they started climbing the mountain again. Their all supplies had been blown out, so only what they have left with a packet of noodles. And Chering suggested that we'll take half of it, and if we'll be able to succeed in our mission, if we'll be able to succeed it to climb to the Mount Everest, then the half of the portion we will eat later on. So they decided, and they just have it half of the portion of the noodle. They both of them take it half. Means one noodle packet was there, and they took half portion, and rest of they keep it safe for the if they will succeed in covering the climbing the Mount Everest after that, so that they can eat up there. So just from the half they have done again, means they have done for one. They have eaten 1/4 of the part. Now they are climbing the mountain. Higher they climbed, the stronger the wind grew. It strict and hard, great fears and uncertainty about what could happen. But urging them to return, they just wanted to. The whoosh sound was hypnotizing them. They wanted to reach the mountain, but the situation, the bitterly cold, the chilly cold, the strong winds were unsteadily reeling them back. They were being forced to move back, but they were urging to move forward. And this way, they just continue their climbing. So they pushed ahead themselves fearlessly and continued to climb the top of the mountain. Even with such chilled and bitter conditions, Tine continued to climb, and finally at 10:45 a.m. on 9th May 2011, Tine summited the Mount Everest, means she reached the top of the Mount Everest. Tine summited Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world, the highest peak in the world with 8,848 meters. She had found her faraway mountain which had called all her life. and she became the first woman from Northeast to climb the Mount Everest. So this was the story of Tine Mina, who climbed the Mount Everest and who belongs to a small Ishli village of Arunachal Pradesh, and this was a biography written by Shikha Tripathi.